and 2 half-stalking, whatever that means. It's a Friday, it's sentencing day, the 16th of September, and if you're watching this, I have been sent to jail. And as we know, I was sent to jail for stalking, 2 proper stalking and 2 half-stalking, whatever that means.
The ex-BBC reporter and radio presenter Alex Belfield is due to be released from prison in the next few weeks at the beginning of June. He was locked up for 5 years for stalking, but his victims have spoken out, stating that they are concerned for Alex's behaviour when he's released and what he might possibly do. Not only that, but members of the public have also expressed their concern with regards to his fundraising and with his legal fees that he had. After all, he said he was using the money to take the BBC to court to sue them, but this was never the case. Stay tuned to hear from Jeremy Vine himself of his own concerns of Alex Belfield, among with others. Alex Belfield's victims have spoken out, saying that they're in a state of trepidation and also anxiety just weeks away from the convicted stalker's prison release. Alex Belfield of Mapley was first jailed in September 2022 over a campaign of stalking which saw him target 2 BBC presenters, a video photographer and a theatre blogger. Well-known BBC presenter Jeremy Vine, who previously told Northamptonshire Live that he considered coming off social media after conclusion of Alex Belfield's trial, now hopes that the stalker can rethink his life before it's too late. Yet one woman who was a victim, covered by an indefinite restraining order against Alex Belfield, fears he won't be able to help himself when he leaves jail. But when Alex is released, he will be far from a free man. The former BBC radio presenter was sentenced to a total of 5 years and 26 weeks, with the court making it very clear at the time he would serve half his prison sentence and the other half on licence. It means that Alex Belfield is set to be released from HMP, Fossway, Leicestershire in early June. The former BBC employee was convicted of stalking to cause alarm and distress to a BBC radio presenter in Northampton called Bernie Keith, and was guilty of the same charge concerning video photographer Ben Hughes. He was found further guilty of simply stalking regarding theatre blogger Philip Denny and Mr Vine, as well as the indefinite restraining order being made in relation to the 4 people he was convicted of stalking. Alex Belfield has an indefinite restraining order imposed in relation to 4 women who he was cleared of stalking, and in relation to 2 others who were not covered by the trial.
I beg all my audience to phone Jeremy Vine live on the air when he's on Channel 5 in the morning. There is no delay. They have a thing called live defence, which in law, if you don't have a delay, the lawyers can argue that you are live, so whatever happens on the programme is within defamation laws of live defence.
Not from the individual. I would have done anything to meet this guy and have a conversation with him face to face. He wouldn't have been threatening. He was probably a coward. But what he wanted to do was create so much hatred against me that someone acted by proxy. I'm absolutely certain that he knows, with 400,000 people watching those videos, that at some point someone is going to take a knife or acid to my home. Or the other thing is, he gets one of his victims to take their own life. We heard about someone trying exactly that in the court case, one of the victims. 2 of them described themselves as becoming suicidal. That is not to be taken lightly. I think if the courts hadn't stopped Alex Belfield, somebody would have died.
Were you afraid of him?
I was afraid of what he could do to my family. I was afraid because you have to think round corners with this stuff. And, you know, we've seen knife attacks on MPs being killed, people who are prominent being attacked. So I'm not trying to give myself undue status here, but I had to think this through. So I can see this YouTube channel is an absolute fountain of hate. He wants that hatred to be so great that someone pays me a visit. And I know he wanted that because he put my home address out. So I had to take it seriously. I've got 2 teenage daughters. You know, I can't be casual about it.
But some fans and friends have stated that they will be there to support Alex upon his release. People such as fellow YouTuber and friend Katie Hopkins. But the real question is, upon Alex's release, can he be trusted not to run any more money scams? After all, the last one he ran before he went to jail was to raise money, he said, to give to his solicitor Henry Bramman. This was for legal fees, he said, to sue the BBC. And he said when he won, he would return all the money to the people that donated, or if not, donate it to a charity of their choice.
The same at the BBC, they don't have a delay system anywhere. So if you get on air, you are completely live, unlike places like Talk Radio, for example, or LBC, where they do have a dump button, a delay system to chop out 7 or 12 seconds of their programme. Jeremy doesn't have that luxury. So I beg of you to call him and hold him to account and say to him, "Dear boy Jeremy, I was driving down the road this morning." Hey, by the way, maybe the cabbies could help us. You could scream out your window, black cabbies, say, "Jeremy, where's the £1,000? All these people should be answerable to the law. I can't afford to do it by myself. It's going to cost £100,000 to £200,000 for this. So please help by donating what you can at the GoFundMe page. It will all be refunded if we win and the costs are returned. I won't make a penny out of it. This is not about me profiteering. This is about me standing up to the bully BBC who want to wipe out people, who want to expose them as the crooks they are, wasting our public money and bullying and destroying the lives of people like me. So things are going on with these liars. We are going to sue every single one of them, but I have to follow the legal course. Now, if you would like to help me, and if you have no money, don't worry, it's fine. We'll do what we can. Why don't we start with £1 each? Now, here's the deal. I don't want a penny of this. I don't need a penny of it. I'm working my arse off to pay my bills through YouTube. And it will eventually stop. I know that we are unlikely to succeed in the bigger scale, not to name them just yet. As soon as we file the papers, we will name them one by one and then detail every single lie they've told and tell the story of why they lied in the first place. We'll put on Twitter and here a video with full proof that all the money has gone. No problem at all there. There's no shenanigans. There's no tippy-tappy nonsense going on with me. I simply need to borrow the money, if you like, to get this through process, to get it started, to then be able to sue people to claim it back. Bully you all the way. Thank you all so much for your generosity and kindness yesterday. We raised over £10,000. www.gofundme.com/sue the BBC is our GoFundMe account to bring the BBC to account. They've tried to have me arrested twice in 9 months to silence me over one of theirs, who they're harbouring, who they refuse to defend, and who remains on air. Bernie Keith.
Alex raised substantial amounts of money, all in aid of the BBC and suing them. But this was not the plan all along, and the following allegations started to circulate and fly around the internet, such as using the money for himself. And Alex Belfield had an ulterior motive. He knew that he was facing jail time, and also his house would be put at risk. So the money he raised, he said was for legal fees, was actually to pay his mortgage off, so he didn't lose his house when he went to prison. It is alleged. He said he could account for every penny that was given to him in legal fees, as he had this put on account. But there was no evidence to show that he'd done this, and even if he had done, he could have always refunded the money that was put on account when he got rid of Henry Bramron and decided he didn't need any legal representation and could do it on his own. That plan didn't work too well for Alex Belfield though, and he was whacked with a 5-year prison sentence, of which he has nearly completed half and about to be released. But at least he went to prison in the safe well knowing that no one was going to come and take his house. YouTube only just recently stepped in to take down several videos of Alex Belfield's Voice of Reason channel after Nottinghamshire live intervention. Several of the videos made light of his crimes and made false allegations about Belfield's trial, which I have just discussed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you be supportive of Alex Belfield returning to the media and also YouTube? Or do you think that he's had his time and can't be trusted, and this is more of a case of voice of treason rather than voice of reason? I hope you enjoyed the video and the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.